That's a little dark, but it's okay. Hi guys, how are you doing? My name's Linds, and if you're new here, I'm a blogger and my blog's called Looks by Linds. Definitely go check out my Instagram. I'll leave the handle here. So today we are going to be talking about blogger and influencer media kits. So what is a media kit for bloggers and influencers? Essentially, it serves as a resume for bloggers and influencers. I wonder how many times I'm going to say that in this video. Yeah, so basically it serves as a resume. Although it's super different from any normal resume, it's really visual and it has a lot of different information. Basically, you're going to use this when either brands pitch you or you pitch them, and it just kind of showcases what you're all about online, what your numbers are like, who you've worked with in the past, and just gives a really good visual representation of what your business is like, and essentially you're telling them why they should work with you. The first time I was asked for a media kit was probably it was probably like 2 years ago actually. I think it was like around January 2017, I think. Daniel Wellington, the really well-known watch brand we all love, reached out, and that was my first big collab, but they asked me for my media kit, and I was like, at the time, my friend Chelsea and I were just taking each other's photos, and it was really just like a for fun thing on the side, and I was like, what the heck is a media kit? So essentially I had to teach myself, like I had to do my research, figure out what the heck a media kit was, and build it from the ground without any guidance, because at the time I didn't have any girlfriends who were in blogging and I didn't know anyone who was doing this. It was super fresh, especially in Canada, so I did my research and I learned how to build one. So there are quite a few things you need to include in a media kit. Again, going back, you need to make sure it's very visual. It needs to really catch the eye of the brand you're talking to. So the first thing you want to include are really nice photos from your Instagram that really like flow and correlate well with what you're trying to pitch them. If it's a makeup brand, maybe swap in some photos where you're taking a selfie or applying makeup. If it's a clothing brand, of course, try and drive it to be more focused on fashion. If you're in health, make sure it's you at the gym or whatever you're you want to basically cater to whatever brand you're trying to pitch. Next thing is an intro or brief on yourself. Like, I'm talking like a few sentences. I always just like to introduce yourself and give them a little bit of information on what your blog's about, what your brand's about, and essentially sell them on why they should work with you in a few short sentences. Another piece of information that's really crucial in your media kit are what services you provide, because outside of Instagram posts, you want to let them know that you do giveaways, tutorials, Instagram story takeovers, like all these different services that they might not have thought of before looking at your media kit, but now we're like, okay, actually that would be a really good fit for us. So if you're in my industry, in fashion and beauty, of course, YouTube videos, Facebook posts, blog posts, like all of the different platforms you're on, you definitely want to make sure that's an option for them to hire you for. And then probably the most important thing on your media kit, of course, is your stats. So this is something that I update every single month. You want to include your Instagram followers, your Facebook page likes, your YouTube subscribers, your monthly hits on your website, and then also include some demographic stats. So you're going to tell them how many men versus women, where most of your audience resides, like which countries they're in, which cities they're in, what ages they are. Like, all the brands all want to know this, especially because they want to make sure that it's a good fit for whatever product they're selling. Another huge component in a media kit is past partnerships. So like a normal resume, you want to build experience if it's volunteer work or interning. In a media kit, essentially your past experience are the brands and the reputable brands that you've previously worked for. So you want to make sure that you are packing in as many brands, maybe not as many brands, but the most reputable. Make sure you're really showcasing those, and again, cater to whatever company you're pitching or responding to. If it's a makeup brand, make sure you post and let them know that you've worked with you've worked with competitors and you've worked with really reputable people within their industry as well. And then the last thing on your media kit is going to be your contact info. So like a normal resume, your name, your number, your email, and then your social channels. So you want to make sure that they follow you on all of your social channels. And that's pretty much it. Like on a media kit, it's like a resume in the sense that you might only want to do like 1 or 2 pages. Mine personally is in a PDF file, so it's actually 3 or 4 depending. But I have an entire page of just past partnerships right now, so it is jam-packed, but it's important to showcase as much as you can, and it's really professional and eye-catching, so I like it. So how do you create a media kit? I personally use Photoshop to create my media kits, and I just create a normal 8.5 by 11 page and just get a little creative. There's tons of like tools you can use online. Again, if you're not willing to do the whole graphic design process in creating your own media kit, you can purchase different, I know a lot of bloggers sell their templates, and a lot of websites will design them. There's more than enough graphic designers who are freelancing that would do it. So there's so many options. But if you do want to create one yourself, I use Photoshop personally, but a lot of the other bloggers I've helped create media kits for didn't have Photoshop, so we just use canva.com. It's a great tool. It's right online. You don't have to download anything, and you can create great posters, and in this certain instance it was great for media kits as well. So again, if you don't have a background in graphic design or anything, I honestly just went into Google and typed in media kit templates and media kit examples. They seem to be quite outdated right now, but back then I just kind of pulled like things I liked from different ones and kind of molded one into my own. My media kit now I've designed start to finish myself, but it isn't for sharing. I've worked really hard on it, and it is one of a kind, I personally think. So I'm not going to put it online for like copyright reasons as well, but it is so easy to make your own, and you want it to mold it into like your personality, and it really is representing you and your business anyways, so I wouldn't suggest copying mine anyways. So once you've created your media kit, you should be emailing. The reality of blogging is that 90% of your time you're spent behind your computer, coordinating with brands on what the campaign is, content strategy, the whole bit, and of course, landing the campaigns. So make sure you get a good pitch. Maybe that'll be the next video. The pitch is probably more important than the media kit itself, but the media kit is super important too. So I hope this video helped, and we'll talk soon. Bye!